Hello guys, I am OG, back with Etheria restart video. Let's talk about Massiah. Massiah is a DPS SSR unit that is from the element of light, and he is one of the top tier DPS currently in the global server. Let's check his ability before we build him correctly. And the first one is Defiance of Cross. So Massiah deals damage 2 times 120% to a single enemy with 25% chance to apply vulnerable for 1 turn, and also has passive judgment. When Massiah defeats an enemy, he gains invincibility for 1 turn. If he already has invincibility, refresh the duration by 1 turn, can only trigger 1 time per turn. So you want to always make sure that he kills an enemy, because when he kills once per turn, he keep getting invincible, and then you can make sure that it goes infinity. At level 5, the vulnerable lasts for 2 turns instead of 1 turn here, so that's really useful also, because vulnerable increase damage taken by 30% and invincibility is cannot take any damage. So he makes himself cannot take any damage and makes the enemy takes 30% more damage. That's really good. Just the basic attack is really good. And then the second skill, Massiah create an energy copy of his word, dealing 3 hits of 80% damage to a single enemy. The last hit also deal extra damage equal to 70% of target lost HP. The extra damage cannot exceed 300% of Massiah's attack. So you want to use this to make sure you can kill the enemy, because the more HP they lost, the more damage they will take. So don't use this when the enemy HP is still full. And at max level, the caps is 350% of Massiah attack, and then also the damage multiplier is raised to 100% instead of 80%. So that's 300%. Because it's 3 times, and then the multiplier of target lost HP is 100%. So instead of 70%, it's 100%. That's a big difference. So you really want to make sure to increase this skill to level 3 first, if you want to maximize his potential damage, because this is where it gets a huge increase from 70% to 100%. The last one is the ultimate. So here Massiah dealing 2 hits of 160% damage to all enemies. This attack breaches the target 60% of defense and apply invincibility to himself 1 turn. So at max level, it ignores 70% defense instead of 60%, and the damage is 180%. It's also ignore target passive when attacking. So this skill really useful if your enemy have some passive that reducing their damage or other stuff. So that's why one of the best skill for him is to take also this one. Ignore the passive when attacking, so you can make sure that it's not getting blocked or reduction. Alright, so that's all the skills that you see. Basically, you want to make sure you have highest attack as possible, because the cap on this skill is based on his attack. So in here, I built him to maximize his attack as much as I can. So I have 3100 attack here. That's because I use onslaught that would bonus 12%, and this Swift Rush is just a bonus from the shell, so I don't really have the best one for now, so I will focus on the model. So the model is here I use onslaught with the attack, and then here also I use onslaught with HP, and then here I use onslaught with the defense. Onslaught, so that's 6 in here and 6 in here. That's total 12, because you want to make sure to activate the matrix effect 12, and onslaught on 12 is really good because it gives 45% attack. And then for the left side, I focus on giving attack percent here, because he wants as much attack as possible, so that's why I use attack bonus 33%, attack bonus 33%, and this one is epic rarity, so it gives 38%. Once you get better, you can change this one with the epic, so it gives more attack bonus. In here, you can also choose other option for matrix, but I prioritize the onslaught. I will show you the other possible matrix effect that can be good for him, which is like, I don't necessarily give critical because he is not really critical types. He want to just pure attack because his second skill is capped on his attack percent. So when you have more attack, you deal more damage from there. So in here, the one that give attack is this one, also good. Attack 10% and then 20% chance to follow up attack on the main target. So that's not so bad because you can deal more basic attack and that can trigger more vulnerable. Other than that is, yeah, this one is onslaught, and then yeah, I think that's so far the one that I recommend is either onslaught or the battle wheel. And then for other stat, yeah, I like it to have more on the attack here. And then the prowess, you want to maximize the skill to get the vulnerable first to level 3, and then the skill 2, you want to make sure you have it to level 3 as well. This one, I think this one you prioritize also have to be 100%, so you get the maximum. And the level 3, I don't really prioritize this as much because you can just do this. Level 1 is fine as long as you want to maximize. This is his biggest attack. Okay, so 3 turn cooldown and also 300% cap with 100% HP loss. So you want to use this when your enemy have the lowest HP. You can deal a lot of damage with that build. That's it for today's build guide for Massiah. Thank you for watching. If you have any recommendation, please let me know on the comment. See you for the next video.